So I'm here in No Mas Muertes, which is a nonprofit in the middle of absolutely nowhere. We posed as surveyors. No Mas Muertes is over there. Is this the Muertes group?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna be laying a plumb line.
I'm Nate.
Oh, hi, how you doing? I'm James.
Nate, if that's his real name, then straight up lied to me.
We just spoke to this woman. She was a larger woman, sort of portly looking.
You hear this is private property?
Was with a group called Muerte. Is that the group?
No, I'm not sure what that is.
It's all this secrecy I've never seen before.
Our illegal immigrant was nearby recording everything they were saying.
Just asking a bunch of questions.
Y no tienes que mantener la mascarilla. Yo solo poní cuando los militares o esos gabachos vinieron para no me...
Esos ahí son supremacistas blancos.
They told us they are completely paranoid.
Veniste en un tiempo un poco raro y somos un poco paranoicos.
Two very shady-looking Mexican men with guns dressed in military garb showed up.
¿Quién te trajo para acá? Una gente. ¿Cuánto te cobraron? Esos no me cobraron a mí.
¿Por qué no pides así?
¿Mande?
¿Por qué no pides a la amiga que quiere y lo se va a contar?
Pause the car. The undercover journalist is currently embedded inside. We don't know what his status is, but we're going to let him continue to infiltrate.
They said they were from Sonora, Tijuna, famous for cartel activity.
¿Tu nombre? ¿O pero tú eres trabajador aquí?
Un amigo que lleva gente para el pueblo. Hasta Pini.
¿Hasta dónde?
Pini.
¿Cuánto cobran?
$300, an odd request for a humanitarian group affiliated with a 501c3 with a $400,000 budget.
Unitarian Universal Church of Tucson, this is Mary. Can I help you?
Hi, Mary. I would like to make a donation.
Yeah, No More Deaths is the only one we actually partner with.
Oh, so you guys...
They are a ministry of the church.
What would you say their budget is roughly?
About $400,000 a year.
Is it the Unitarian something or other?
Not sure.
Okay.
Y a veces hay gente mala así que anda por la carretera. A veces la patrulla pase. Entonces, solo para que sepa.
Where do these cartel guys get their, I don't want to call it courage, but their nerve?
They worship Santa Muerte.
Our colleague that was supposed to pick Caesar up got scared and left as it became dark and cold. Caesar was stranded and afraid.
I have no clue. I'm in the middle of a dirt road near the cap where they cut me off. Because I'm losing a lot of signal.
I think if we overcomplicate it and stick all of our in the pie, it's going to get real up real quick. So I think if we just send one person at a point of entry.
So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to drive up to this No Muertes place. Our undercover journalist is stuck on the inside. We're going to park our cars 50 yards away. We're going to ask him to get out. Apparently there's some guys with guns inside this place, some shady dudes. And if you look at the distance, there's a light in the distance. That car is monitoring us. So there's some really shady stuff. So we're going to drive close. We're going to text him. He's going to come out, and if he doesn't come out, then one of us, me, him, or both, I don't know yet, is going to walk up to this gate and say that we need the individual to come out. That's it. That's what we're going to do. Let's go.
What are they going to do? Are they going to shoot at us? Then what? Well, then you shoot back. But you do whatever you can to not avoid that.
We walked up to the gate and did the extraction.
They pointed guns at you?
Yeah, earlier. There's these two guys that you'll see on the watch. One is like just asking me all these questions in Spanish. Like, I don't know, like a cartel guy maybe.
It takes a lot of money to do this kind of work, and I wanted to thank the wellness company for being a great OMG supporter and for offering us a 15% discount on their medical emergency kit. Who knows what the crazies at the CDC are going to pull next? Be sure and get your medical emergency kit and 15% discount by going to twc.health/OMG. That's twc.health/OMG. And huge thanks again to our friends at the Wellness Company for supporting our work here at OMG.
So I'm here in No Mas Muertes, which is a nonprofit in the middle of absolutely nowhere, very close to the border here. It's very strange. They're telling us it's private property. They're behaving very strangely. We're going to go up and down the road, and we're going to try to plant some flags and get more information on who's funding this.
On the outskirts of a tiny town called Aravaca in the middle of the southern Arizona desert, over 60 miles southwest of Tucson, is an organization called No Mas Muertes that you've probably never heard of, engaged in illicit activity. We were tipped off to their location, 36455 South Papalote Wash Road, at the intersection between West Little Teca Road and South Apache Canyon Road, 40 minutes on a dirt road from Interstate 15 and 30 miles north of the Mexican border, tucked at the edge of Murphy Canyon. We posed as surveyors to get an overview, a lay of the land, to take a look around the perimeter of the property, planting flags along the way. We made our way into the camp with our high-definition hidden cameras to try to get access and permission to look around the interior.
Oh, good.
How you doing?
This is private property.
How you doing, guys? We're looking to do some surveying in the area.
You gotta go. This is private property.
Oh, okay.
Private property.
We're doing the property adjacent to, is this the Muertes group?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to be laying a plumb line along this dirt road and just taking some measurements because of the flooding. And you guys like a nonprofit, or what exactly is this?
Until I talk to the people that are in charge, I do need y'all to clear the private property.
Hi there.
Hi,
We're doing.
I hear this is private property.
Okay.
I'm just going to ask you guys to leave the property.
Yeah, they sent us down here. They said it wouldn't be a problem. I guess there was a miscommunication between our supervisor and whoever is in charge here. But we just want to walk down this dirt road and take some measurements.
I mean, all I'm going to tell you is that you should leave the property.
Oh, okay, no problem. And just so that we're aware, what is the nature of this? Is this a corporation, or?
I'm not answering any questions.
We can just set up shop on the other side of the road and take some measurements.
And the cartel came over in a Toyota Hilux with a Browning 1919
Here,
machine gun
this camp.
to this camp and snatched up 6 Nicaraguan women in the middle of the night and took them back to Mexico.
They came to this camp with a Browning machine gun and snatched up Nicaraguan women and took them back to Mexico?
Yeah.
No More Death, No Mas Muertes, bills itself as a ministry of the Universal Unitarian Church out of Tucson, which is itself a registered 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. Because it's a church, based upon IRS regulations, churches are not required to file an annual tax return to the public. These are churches that meet the requirements. Therefore, organizations like the Unitarian Church of Tucson are exempt from filing annual returns. It's unclear how an organization that consistently gets raided by the military and whose members have been arrested by Border Patrol 40 times, which include alleged crimes of human smuggling, it's just unclear how that organization is somehow meeting IRS requirements. So we decided to dig a little deeper and both pose as a donor and record a call to the Unitarian Church, as well as send an illegal immigrant with hidden cameras into No Mas Muertes. First, our donor called and spoke with Mary Weiss, she/her, who is the administrator for Unitarian Universalist Church of Tucson. We ascertained their budget and more information about their staff.
Unitarian Universalist Church of Tucson, this is Mary. Can I help you?
Hi, Mary. I would like to make a donation. I was trying to make a donation to some organizations that I think you guys might work with or partner with in regards to the migration issue.
Yeah, No More Deaths is the only one we actually partner with.
Oh, so you guys...
They are a ministry of the church. Most of the money actually goes directly to the migrants. Like, they have a camp in Aravaca. They've been with us since 2006.
How many employees do they have in total, would you say?
Probably about 4 or 5. So
okay, and then what would you say their budget is roughly, like, to get an operation like that going?
About $400,000 a year. And if you were to have a check made out to UUCT, and it should say No More Deaths in the memo line, it will go directly to them.
Back at the camp while we were surveying, we then sent in the illegal immigrant into the camp with hidden cameras.
Pause the car. No Mas Muertes is over there. The undercover journalist is currently embedded inside.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo está?
¿Te ayuda?
Sí, por favor.
Sí, venga por aquí.
Agua, papo. Es que me caí caminando para abajo y me dolían mucho los pies. Tengo tanto caminando.
¿Esa gente de ahí te hizo daño? ¿Algo?
No,
¿Qué te duele exactamente?
nomás los pies ando muy cansado.
The workers that we interacted with while surveying were much more hospitable towards the illegal immigrant and explained the purpose of the camp.
Sí, no, este es nuestro como un campamento humanitario por los migrantes para para descansar un rato y si tiene necesidad de medicamento o comida o algo.
Dios los bendiga porque hay mucha gente mala.
Then, two workers entered the camp, a man in a Carhartt hoodie named Nate and a woman who appeared to be the leader that Mary Weiss was referencing, Elisa.
Soy Lisa. Mucho gusto. Aquí pues es un lugar facilitado por voluntarios, ofrecimos esa ayuda y a veces hay gente mala así que anda por la carretera, a veces la patrulla pase, entonces solo para que sepa. Es un lugar seguro para ustedes, pero también siempre hay unas amenazas.
Sí, no me lo puedo imaginar.
The No Mas Muertes workers explain they only wear masks to disguise their identity when the military shows up, something that has apparently happened a lot.
Y no tienes que mantener la mascarilla. Yo solo poní cuando los militares o esos gabachos vinieron para no me toman mi foto.
Okay.
¿No has venido con esas gentes que acaban de...?
Me dieron ride, pero...
¿Esos de allá? ¿Con los chalecos amarillos?
Me dieron ride.
While on the inside, our illegal immigrant overheard staffers refer to us, the surveying journalists, as white supremacists. They told us they are completely paranoid.
¿Esa gente de ahí te hizo daño?
No.
¿Esos de ahí son supremacistas blancos que están impersonando trabajadores?
No sé.
¿Y se han aparecido para amedrentar?
No queremos ser como raros, es que hay otras personas raras viéndonos ahorita. Estamos un poco paranoicos.
No se preocupe.
Veniste en un tiempo un poco raro y somos un poco paranoicos.
We don't know what his status is or whether he said he's with us or not, but we're going to let him continue to infiltrate and return later today.
The level of paranoia for a group that is a registered 501c3 church group with the IRS and not required to file a tax return even though they take in tax-deductible donations and was just trying to help people, well, that paranoia was off the charts.
Pues directamente acá, como llegaron aquí.
Sí.
Qué raro, no los conocemos, pero hemos escuchado que hay vigilantes así en el área.
Elisa, the woman who we were told was leading No Mas Muertes, and Nate, the Carhartt-wearing guy, intercepted our car and began to question us, but they put their masks back on so they wouldn't be identified.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Hi guys, nice to see you.
See you too.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to today?
We're doing some surveying on the road there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm Nate.
Oh, hi. How you doing? I'm James.
James?
Yeah. And we're for a private company, but we're trying to get permission. So we're talking to our supervisors there, yeah.
What's the company?
What's the name of my company?
Yeah.
OMG, yeah.
What is it?
OMG.
OMG.
We're up there in Phoenix.
I brought up the Unitarian Church to No Mas Muertes staffers Nate and Elisa.
I was the Universal Unitarian
Church group gave our boss permission. We're trying to talk to, is it the Unitarian something or other?
Not sure.
Okay.
Nate, if that's his real name, then straight up lied to me and told me he doesn't know what No Mas Muertes is, a group that he's a part of.
Because we just spoke to this woman. She was a larger woman, sort of portly looking. The woman that we spoke to was with a group called Muerte, something called, he calls them Muerte or something like that. Is that the group Muerte? No mas muerte? Is that sound familiar to you?
Not really.
Doesn't it sound familiar? Because that's the woman that I spoke to here on the property.
What is OMG?
So it's all this secrecy I've never seen before.
When they went back to the camp, Nate and Elisa were talking to each other about the interaction they just had with us. Our illegal immigrant was nearby recording everything they were saying. They also brought up another staffer named Amber. It's unclear who that was.
Nothing small. We're just asking a bunch of questions. Like, were they at camp first, or were you at camp?
Oh, yeah.
Did Amber get hit up?
At a certain point, two very shady-looking Mexican men with guns dressed in military garb showed up. They said they were from Sonora and Tijuna, famous for cartel activity.
¿De dónde eres tú?
¿Usted conoce San Luis?
Potosí.
Sí.
De ahí eres.
Sí. ¿Y usted?
De Sonora.
¿Conoces Veracruz?
Sí.
¿Y Tampico?
No.
¿Su nombre? Oh, no se preocupe, no sé. Gusto conocerlos, amigos. Oh, pero tú eres trabajador aquí.
Asked if he works there, the man from Sonora just stared. The shady-looking men from Tijuana and Sonora then got to talking about how much money our illegal immigrant friend spent to get there.
$300.
$300. ¿Y te trajo hasta aquí?
¿Dólares o pesos?
No, de 300 fue del área de Reynosa para un lugar que se llamaba Piedras Negras.
The men from Sonora and Tijuana then asked our illegal immigrant friend, who we shall call again Caesar, why he hasn't applied for asylum, a pretense that could keep him in the United States.
¿Por qué no pides asilo?
¿Mande?
¿Por qué no pides a la amiga que quiere asilo y se va con tu familia?
Lo que voy a hacer, o lo estoy pensando porque todos, como te digo, están diciendo que muchos lo están.
Pues,
sí.
¿Y por dónde cruzaste?
De Hermosillo me vine para acá, pero no sé, no sé, en el camino de Hermosillo para acá fue como unas 3 horas, no sé, cómo me vine directo para acá.
¿Y quién te trajo para acá?
Una gente.
¿Cuánto te cobraron?
Esos no me cobraron ahí.
The woman told Caesar she was concerned he was just a trick. Well, she was right about that one.
No, porque tienen sus como manipulaciones. Cuando veniste, tenemos un poco paranoico que era un otro truco de ellos. O sea, que...
And the man who looked like he could be possibly cartel affiliated became suddenly suspicious of our illegal immigrants' watch.
Chingón tu reloj. De cámara y todo, ¿no? De cámara.
¿Cómo?
Tu reloj.
No.
¿Puedes hablar por teléfono con tu reloj?
No.
The man offered to take Caesar to the city in exchange for $300, an odd request for a humanitarian group affiliated with a 501c3 with a $400,000 budget.
Un amigo lleva para el pueblo. Hasta Phoenix.
¿Hasta dónde?
Phoenix.
¿Cuánto cobran?
At a certain point, our colleague that was supposed to pick Caesar up got scared and left Caesar stranded on a dirt road outside the camp as it became dark and cold. Caesar was stranded and afraid.
We left. We were going to stay, but we got compromised because the sheriff was called and they tried to block us in, so we had to leave.
I'm losing a lot of signal.
Meanwhile, with no reception, our team was trying to find out Caesar's location.
I have no clue. I think he was one of the drivers and they said they left and I don't know what to do.
Okay, where are you right now?
I have no clue. I'm in the middle of a dirt road outside and I have no clue. Near the camp where they cut me off.
And figure it out.
At this point in the evening, Caesar had to go back inside the camp, both because he was freezing and there would have been no reason for him to just stand there. We were able to get some closer shots of what the camp looked like in the dead of night. At this point, things started to become dangerous. The hidden camera ran out of battery, and they held Caesar inside the camp, and seemingly would not let him leave. When we found this out, we then had no choice but to extract him. The person handling our security was unwilling to go in, afraid of a gunfight. I had to put my vest and press badge on, hoping my identity as a journalist would somehow protect me.
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to drive up to this No Muertes place. Our undercover journalist is stuck on the inside. We're going to park our cars 50 yards away. We're going to ask him to get out. Apparently there's some guys with guns inside this place, some shady dudes. And if you look at the distance, there's a light in the distance. That car is monitoring us. So there's some really shady stuff. So we're going to drive close. We're going to text him. He's going to come out. And if he doesn't come out, then one of us, me, him, or both, I don't know yet, is going to walk up to this gate and say that we need the individual to come out. That's it. That's what we're going to do. Let's go.
We walked up to the gate and did the extraction.
Get in. Go. Go.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just took it up a little bit.
It's all right, man.
When Caesar got back into the car, he almost passed out. He said they were pointing guns at him.
They pointed guns at me.
They pointed guns at you?
Yeah, earlier.
What did they say?
I did get questioned like by 4 different people while the watch was still working. There's these 2 guys that you'll see on the watch. One is like just asking me all these questions in Spanish. Sounds like I don't know, like a cartel guy maybe, but he was asking me like, did you not trust camps before? Because they come and they take people away from these camps and take them back to Mexico. And I was like, yeah, that's why I didn't stay in some of those camps sometimes. And then it was him, one other guy who was really shady, and then that's why I decided to leave. And then I was like, it got really dark, and I said I had no other choice but to keep walking. I had no signal. When I come back, I asked them like, hey, can I stay? But it was like the group, but then the guys towards the back, there was 2 more, and they all had guns, and they were just kind of like intimidating me, pointing them at me.
Were they pointing guns at you?
Yeah. Yeah, but they were at the back by the
cartel,
by the restroom. 2 guys look like that. You'll see them in the watch. But he started talking about that he's from Mexicali and all this other stuff.
You have the watch, and what else did you record on?
They made me put the phone away as soon as I went
Where's
in
the
there.
phone now?
It's in my pocket.
Is he still on?
I don't
Let's
even
take the phone out.
If you have information about No Mas Muertes, the Unitarian Church of Tucson, or any other group, or you're willing to put your life on the line as Caesar has to expose the corruption in our government, and the IRS, which is apparently partnering with these NGO groups to prevent transparency into their inner workings, contact us at tips.o'keefemediagroup.com or on our signal. And stay tuned.
Hi, I'm James O'Keefe. It's Jim O'Keefe in disguise. It's James O'Keefe, the journalist. You can buy these cameras at omgundercover.com. We got cameras in watches, we got cameras in glasses, we got cameras in keys, we got cameras in cups. We have a camera here, we have a camera here, we have a camera on you right now. Disguise, not disguised. Disguised, not disguised. Support our work, buy our cameras, omgundercover.com. He laughed.